Hi, my name's Iona Antwis from Loughborough Lightning, and you're watching Women's Rugby Show.
Both of you, thank you for joining us. First of all, how are you? How is this week's training, this week's prep being for Sunday?
Go on, lads.
Yeah, it's been brilliant this week. Honestly, I think it's made the girls step up another level. We've got another training session in. We've managed to fit in tonight. So looking forward to that and just kind of putting the finishing touches on. So I think I feel ready from our perspective.
Yeah, and we've got also a second team game tomorrow, and that's massively important to us. So training's had a good little bit of spice to it this week. The girls have helped prep the girls for Sunday, and vice versa. So there's been a real great atmosphere around training, and semi-final weeks are massive weeks, and everybody gets massively excited by that. So the buzz and the training intensity has been brilliant.
Looking at the club overall, up mainly the first team, obviously, but how do you feel the season's gone so far across the board?
From my point of view, massively positive. We put in a second team for the first time in probably 10, 12 years this season. And, to get them promoted was above our expectations. We were hoping for around the mid-table finish. So to get them promoted and into level 3 rugby next season is huge. And, obviously the first team winning the league, winning the North League and having a home semi-final, that's what it's all about. So in terms of our expectations for the season, we've exceeded them, but we're not happy just yet. We're not going to stand still and rest on those laurels. We want to finish the season nice and strong.
Maddie, are there any kind of standout moments for you from the season so far?
Standout moments, probably. Well, I think it's got to be the last time that we played Leeds, just because of probably the emotions from the last time round that we'd been competitive in the league with them, and just that feeling. I mean, I cried at the end of the game, knowing that at that point that it was success for the first team. The other bit probably is when we kind of had a double header at home. It was amazing to have both teams here, kind of experience that match day together and be in the clubhouse afterwards. It's something we waited a long time to have. So that for me was amazing. And I think just in terms of having both teams, it's that recognition that the success of both teams is down to every individual that comes, whether they play just for the first team or just for the second team. Them turning up, everyone turning up to training it's contributed to all of our success this season.
Yeah. And obviously you've gone through the first bit of the league season unbeaten. Does that kind of make you vulnerable heading into these playoffs, would you say?
I wouldn't say vulnerable, no. I think, we're very, very well aware that, Oldalbanians and, Thurrock, are both in the playoff, are great teams. I think our training and our, the fixtures we have played has put us in good stead for the playoffs, but, we don't underestimate what the challenge will be on Sunday. But no, I don't think we feel like we're vulnerable. We know how we want to play. We know our game inside out. So there's confidence, but we completely understand that Oldalbanians are a brilliant side. We've watched a few of their games back, and they look a great outfit and have a great coaching team. So we're very aware of the challenge, but I wouldn't say we're vulnerable, no.
And you mentioned, sorry.
I was just going to say, I think if anything, the momentum, ultimately, that's belief for us. So it's certainly, like Harry said, it's that level of confidence and rather than any complacency from us.
Harry, you mentioned watching a couple of the Oldalbanian games back. Has it been difficult for you yourselves not having a game for a couple of weeks and then themselves playing last weekend?
Yeah, look, they're going to be fresh. They're going to be, game fit. But our training, our program over the last 3 to 4 weeks has been intense. It's had a mixture of training sessions, whether that's conditioning based in the gym, pool recovery session, pool conditioning sessions. We've added Saturday sessions in there. So definitely Oldalbanians will be, in that game mindset. But I have no doubt that actually our training over the last 3-4 weeks is kind of like a little mini pre-season, and hopefully will stand us in great stead.
Yeah, and obviously you have had some people playing for Gloucester Heartbreak in the Premiership Cup. So how important is for them to have that game time, but also how important is that link with Gloucester Heartbreak?
Yeah, it's a brilliant link with Gloucester Heartbreak. Sean Lynn's done a good job, a really good job this year in terms of the relationship with us. They work quite closely with us and provide us, players both ways. You know, we send players to him, he's dual registered some players to us. And for our girls to get that experience, whether that's in the Premiership or the Prem Cup, you know there is a bridge there. And we're very passionate about girls playing for Cheltenham Tigers, but we want them to go and play in the Premiership. You know, we want them to go and play for Gloucester Heartbreak. We look at Emma Hennessy now, you know, she's in the Six Nations squad with Wales. And I think that hopefully shows how we train, how, you know, what we offer girls here at Cheltenham. But also, you know, we're very, very well aware we are still a community club and we want girls to go and play in the Premiership. So having that link with Gloucester Heartbreak and having a great relationship with Sean and their coaching team is great for our girls because they can see that pathway.
And you mentioned Emma Hennessy, obviously she's risen up to the Wales squad quite quickly. So are there any kind of ones to watch in your side, not just for Sunday, but also for the coming season? So both of you got any?
I mean, I could say all of them, honestly. I think, well, Jordan Russell's one that she's kind of obviously stepped up towards the end of the season and been named a couple of times now in the Gloucester Heartbreak squad. As Harry's mentioned, Emma Hennessy, one to keep an eye on. But yeah, we've got so many players that are just fantastic. I think just in terms of people are watching the game on Sunday, likes of Beth Jones in the centre, she's a class player, just defensively solid for us. Erin, who's our 10, she's just such a good manager of the game, and her communication's brilliant. Just, yeah, like I said, I would happily name everyone in our squad, I think, but Harry might be able to expand on some of it.
Well, yeah, I think you see, you know, someone like Ava, one of our back rows, she played against Saracens in the Premiership a few weeks ago. Jordan Russell, who's been with us, she's a great little player and contributed to us this season. But you know, you've had girls who have also fallen out with the love of rugby, and you know they've played England under 20s and they're coming back into their best form. You know, someone like Abby Walker, who's, you know, been in and around that Premiership type of squad. She's, you know, our vice captain, and for me, she's one to watch at the moment. I think she's coming into some of her best rugby, and you know, playing with that confidence, you know, she could, you know, hopefully do it really well on Sunday and push on even further.
Perfect. So, cheers, both. Thank you for talking to us and previewing the game. I think we'll be there on Sunday. Well, I'll be there on Sunday watching, so hopefully get some coverage of you there as well. So thank you so much and good luck for Sunday as well.
No, brilliant. Appreciate it. Thanks very much, Sam.